Good evening, fatheads. All right, Vast Difference is back. This podcast is a show where two brothers debate incredibly stupid things back and forth. All right.
To hate.
And this week, it is a little different. You could say vastly different.
Ooh,
all right,
so
the three of us, all right, we did just record an episode, okay, but that one got corrupted. So, as you all know, the poll was children versus the elderly. That episode is now complete because it didn't go nowhere. It completely fucked. So, yeah, that's why that episode's not going to be out. But this week...
We do appreciate you for voting regardless, though.
Oh, yeah, we really do appreciate it.
Indeed.
Thank you for the interaction.
But I am going to read off who would have won.
Yeah. And it would have been a heater, man. I'm telling you, it was one funny-ass thing. But stuff happens. Sorry.
And it looks like I would have won.
Son of a bitch. God damn. Hey, well, this one doesn't count. That doesn't count on the fucking record. Okay?
No, we won't count it, but
strike that.
I won.
Yeah. Blake fucking
interim
won.
winner.
In the afterlife. But yeah, so this week, all right, we thought we'd do things a little different. The three of us are going to be talking about games we think you should play that are not very well known.
Yeah, get out of your comfort zone. Play something new.
Yeah, don't play your Maddens, your NBA, your Call of Duties, your fucking, what are they called? Battlefields or whatever.
Well, in my opinion, it doesn't really even matter what you're playing. Like, if you're playing only the same things or you're, like, have only played the same type of games your whole life.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you just try something new because every once in a while a game comes along that it just blows your mind. Like, you don't even expect to like it.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, shit, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you can't even explain why you like it.
And it's not always in the fucking video game awards, or it's not in the fucking, the YouTubers aren't playing it and shit, or it doesn't have the highest reviews. But this topic is games that you haven't played that is just fucking fun, all right? It's not about all that shit like success or anything. It's just games you should play, because we all know that there's probably not too many games between the three of us that we play that are like super, super popular. Like, I know we play Fortnite and like stuff like that, but
well, yeah, multiplayer is different. Because there's only so many games you can play with friends, really.
Yeah,
that are good.
Yeah.
But generally, when it comes to like what I play on my own time, like I kind of play a little bit of everything, or have over the years.
Yeah.
Like, I used to fuck with RTS, not at all anymore. Could never do it. Don't have the patience.
Knowing you now, I'm like, I can't imagine you being into RTS. Yeah, like, it's such a weird thing.
I was into it heavy for a while.
You really
I could
were.
Never do it now.
Shout out Age of Empires.
Man.
God damn.
Hey, there's a game that you should know that most people know already.
Age of Empires. Blake, tell us about it.
But okay. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not going into all that. Fuck that. But yeah, I just feel like with anybody, there's other games out there that people aren't talking about, or that people didn't really give the respect that it deserves, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like, even for me right now, I just started playing Biomutant, or we've actually been playing it together. Really, just switching off.
And it is so fucking
and I know,
good.
like, it got good reviews and shit, but if you haven't played it, because, well, I don't know if it's still free. It might have just been free for the month. I don't know. But
I think it was.
Oh, damn. Well, either way,
flavor of the week.
Highly recommend it. You should definitely play it. It's super fun. You get to customize your character completely, make them look how you want to. You get to pick, like, what type of character they are, so, like, how they fight, what they bring to the table. You get to pick... there's like all kinds of different weapons that you can unlock.
To be honest, I don't really know what it is. Like, at first I was like, oh, it's a little mouse. And then once you start going through the other customized whatever faces, I was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck any of these animals are supposed to be.
Yeah, I have no clue.
One looked like a rat with wings, and then the other one looked like a mouse dog. Like, it was very, very
I thought it was
weird.
like a raccoon or something when I first looked at it.
Raccoon, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I could see that.
But you can completely change the look of it.
Yeah.
Like, mine doesn't really even look like an animal. Mine's got, like, pink and blue fur. So.
A mutated raccoon.
It actually looks like my vape.
You must really love cotton candy.
Ugh, I don't. But I just think that game, like, it's something that's that's not really being done right now.
Yeah.
Like it's like this like fun type of like action platformer.
Yeah, it's Fresh Prince.
Yeah, that's exactly how I would describe it. Yes, Biomutant and Carlton.
Yeah.
100%. I think that first of all, if you like Devil May Cry, and game like I would say a game like Devil May Cry would be very similar to Biomutant.
Oh yeah,
You got like the hack and slash, but you've also got the guns. But then you have like what I like is there's like the comic book style like pop-ups letting you know what's happening and shit.
Kapow, boing,
Yeah.
all that stuff.
And then to let you know when it's time to counter and shit like that. And they also bring back like, you know, we love PS2. We just got one, right? And Biomutant brings back that fun-loving like Ratchet and Clank Spyro where each character's got like a goofy voice and they look funny, and it just makes the game fun. Like it hits all the right things that you need. Yeah.
Like the guy that trains you in the game is like a fucking llama greaser from the 50s.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
So he's like blah 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 blah, and he's like it's annoying at first, but once like all games, it's just you love it.
And that's legit, by the way. He doesn't actually say anything. He just sounds like Elvis. So he's like,
Yeah, he's like,
and it's so fucking funny.
Tyus, you would fucking love that game, and I cannot wait till you play it.
Yeah, I have to get it.
Yeah, that is up your alley.
I kind of got a game. I don't know. I mean, it was pretty popular at the time it came out, but that's just because PS5 and shit was just now coming out. But it's Deathloop. I think you can play it on Xbox too, or PC, or one of those. But I haven't played it since the pandemic. But I think it's pretty much like this dude is stuck in like his infinite loop.
Yeah.
So he goes through the same day every day, and that makes the game pretty tedious. But you have to like do shit at certain parts of the fucking day to change the loop up or whatever.
It's like Groundhog Day. Like,
but
Yeah, it's a cool idea.
Yeah.
I like something that's different, and I'm sure it's hard as fuck, right? If
it
you're
is.
having to
It is
redo
pretty
it.
challenging.
Gorgeous. I know
It
that.
gets. I mean, you see the same shit over and over. I mean, you can like it ain't like you have to like wait to a certain part of the day. I mean, you do, but you don't have to like stand there and wait. Like you can fast forward to that or whatever. So it's not that bad, but it is kind of hard because like
I'd like to try it.
Mm-hmm. No,
It's
you would love
PS5
it.
only, though, right?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Damn.
I haven't beaten it yet. I
You
know I'm
jump on that
close.
train.
But
That Bullet Train. Go see Bullet Train, please, for the love of
There's
God.
a movie you should watch if you haven't seen it. A little off topic
Can we
of
start
this,
doing
but-
suggestions on Vast Difference?
I mean, that's what this is, basically.
Yeah, true.
So, suggest anything.
All right, suggest anything. Bully, all right? It is the most underrated game of all time. Okay, no one knows about it. No, I'm joking. If I had to pick my first one, damn. Because, fuck it. You already know, but Earthworm Jim.
Okay, great choice.
Earthworm motherfucking Jim, okay? If you were a kid in the 90s or the early 2000s, you remember the worm, all right?
You know
he
the
was
worm, man.
everywhere. Yeah, shout out Scotty Tuati, all right? This dude has a plasma gun, and every time he runs out, plasma! It's the funniest fucking game in the world. You kill one...
I love when he runs and his, like...
It's just flapping
head
everywhere.
flapping everywhere.
Yeah.
Love that
The
shit.
first boss you kill is a fish in a bowl on top of a pillar. And you want to know how you beat them?
you reel them in.
Okay, I appreciate that. I like that. No, all you do is Jim looks at you, like breaks the fourth wall, and then he just kicks the pillar over and smashes, and the fish starts flopping everywhere. And then Earthworm Jim just walks on. He's like, level 1 cleared. That's how you beat the first boss.
That's perfect.
It's so fucking funny.
You gotta love a game that appreciates good comedy like
Oh
that.
yeah, and then you fight like cows that have like trumpets and shit. Like it's just so goddamn fun.
And
So
on the
fun.
loading screen, you make the cows talk if you hit the buttons and shit.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Or I don't know about like on the remakes, but on the I think it was the Super Nintendo version.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I used to love that shit.
I'll even go fucking one more. Earthworm Jim 3D.
Yeah, it was all right. Not as
Like
good as
I'm
the
a
2D, but-
sucker for a platformer. Oh yeah, that's true. But people give that shit a lot of fucking hate, and I don't understand why. I loved it. Same with like what's his name? What's the duck from Mickey Mouse?
Howard.
From Mickey Mouse.
Donald.
Donald Duck. Remember Donald Duck's Revenge?
Going Quackers.
Going Quackers, yes.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that game, man. I was going Quackers while playing it, okay?
What was that on?
PS2.
Yeah,
Oh.
PS2. Oh my God. Oh, that's what I'm doing on my next paycheck.
Going Quackers?
I'm going Quackers. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Fuck.
man.
Damn it.
Wow.
Talking about the kids fucked me up, man.
Austinism number 1. Well, actually, it's more of a speech impediment, to be fair.
True. But yeah, that is a great fucking game. But yeah, I've put out 3. My bad. Sorry.
Also, just real quick, though, every time that we've went anywhere to go shopping for PS2 games, I have not seen that anywhere. So it might be hard to find.
Yeah. I mean, I'll get it if I have to.
Look online.
I would love to get all the fucking Disney games. I'm a sucker for it.
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is just... I don't give a fuck. I don't like the Final Fantasy. If Kingdom Hearts wasn't Final Fantasy, I would fuck up Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom
but
Hearts
the
is
whole
great.
like, oh my god, look, it's Ezio, and then Sora will be like, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Ezio. Give me fucking Goofy. Give me fucking Zeus and Hercules. Like the whole Final Fantasy thing just blew it for me.
Yeah,
Hercules was a dope game.
Huh?
Hercules was a dope game.
I never got to play
On
it.
PS1.
I played Hercules.
No,
actually.
I always wanted
man.
to. I never even played Bugs Life. I haven't played Lion King. None of those
It
games.
was
Well, they're
literally
hard, I'll
just
tell you.
like the movie, basically. The levels were.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Did you ever play Tarzan?
For the PS1?
PS1, I believe.
Damn.
I think I did, but I
Taking
don't
it
know.
back.
Like,
That shit was great. There's a level where you're like going down the raging river or whatever, and you have to like break off a tree, and then you go surfing to go through. Shit's so fun. Loved it.
I might have played that. Sounds familiar. I don't know.
Dream bubble pops up and you're just reminiscing. But yeah, those Disney game, man, like, fuck. I don't know why, but they are really fucking fun. Even the Disney skateboarding,
Oh yeah,
that's fun as shit. Like,
it's fun.
But I'm
It ain't
saying that
great.
was like the original racer that you could race in shit that is real.
Oh yeah,
It's not like Disney Worlds. Like you could race in a little boy's bedroom going around the bedpost and all that. It's pretty
When
cool.
we get that
It was Andy's
multi-tap, I'm
room,
going to
wasn't
get Shrek 2.
Oh yeah, by the way, shout out. We got the multi-tap.
Hell yeah,
It's
did.
in our possession.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to get a controller.
Yeah.
all we're waiting
That's
for.
the only thing. I feel like, by the way, half of this I've been cut out because I've been leaning like this.
Oh my god.
So,
Not
my bad.
Professional.
So I have not been watching. I don't
Yeah.
know. Hopefully not, though.
Which is funny because I'm wide, so you'd think it'd be the other way, but no. Tyus is the only one that's always going to be in the frame.
Always.
Stay true.
Well, I hope I am. I'm in the middle.
Yeah, that'd be real.
bad.
Yeah. And also it just fades you out just real quick.
Okay, so let's see other games that I would say that people need to play that they haven't. Because there's also stuff that we've talked about, you know,
Wow, I was
on
about to take a vape out of this.
There's not too
1722 that I don't want to like rehash because it's been not that long ago. So I'm trying to think of other games as well. Well, okay. Well, I'm playing through Firewatch right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. I understand that it's a
It
game.
was a drag at first.
Well, yeah, because when you walk into it, like I expected something completely different. But then once I realized what the game is, and you have this story unfolding, and what I love most in video games is when my decisions matter, when I can dictate how the
Yeah,
game
you
goes.
guys love that shit.
Yeah, that shit's always my favorite.
Yeah.
Because then you get to play through a game in many different ways, and I love it.
So we'll recommend the Quarry to you too, because I know not too many people have probably played it. I mean, I know it was popular and people heard about it, but I know you haven't went through it and played it. It's pretty
I
fun.
would recommend it.
A lot of notable names in there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got famous people looks just like them, and it's like a great thriller. It feels
Yeah.
like a movie more than a video game, really. But you
Definitely.
get to play it, and you're picking how the game plays out. And me and Tyus, we killed a lot of motherfuckers on accident, and that makes it fun. You want everyone to live. Well, no, you don't.
We killed
There was a
everybody
few
at
we-
the
Let's be
end.
honest. We also another game, Until Dawn.
Oh,
Go play
yeah.
that. Anything with decisions, just play that shit.
Right.
But that's another thing. With Until Dawn, you get to a certain point where you're like, I hate you. I want to see you die.
Right. Yeah.
Like
then
the
you start
fucking-
picking and choosing where you're like,
That's what
okay,
I'm saying.
I could
like
let
at
you go.
first you're neutral. You're completely like, yeah, I fuck with everybody. And then that first incident happens and everyone has their take and you disagree with 4 other people. You're like, I know I'm cutting you off in the end.
As soon as they
100%.
show that they're like the slightest bit of a bad person, you're like, you're the first to go. But then who you want to go first is never the one. Like somehow you make the wrong decision and someone else you liked ends up dying first.
Yeah.
I hate that shit.
Yeah, you can never take your eyes off the screen because you never know if you gotta like duck a fucking tree branch or something.
Right.
But I will give it to the Quarry that like we could assign characters and switch the controller whenever it was
Oh,
time
yeah,
to go
yeah,
into
that
different
made it
scenes and stuff
even
like
more
that.
fun.
So you can play it with your friends and shit.
Although
As you
that
should.
one night it wasn't fun because Blake had the character that played for like, what was it, like an hour and a half?
Oh,
And so
yeah.
me and Tyus are like, yeah, just go over there. Just open that box. Like bored out
There's
of
some
our
downsides
minds.
here and there, but it's a game that you should definitely play. And really, any of the games that are from like Detroit, Heavy
Detroit is a
Rain,
great fucking
any of
game.
those
Oh my
games, play them. Okay, I'll take it back. You want a real fucking game you should play
Here
where
we
this
go.
all fucking started.
Here we go.
Not from the same makers at all. But here's a PS2 game that not many people know about, and let me change your life. Shadow of Destiny. The first game that I know of in existence where there was multiple endings and you actually got to pick and choose what happened, and it's set like in like I don't know exactly, but let's say like 1500s type shit or something. Like it's like Victorian style type shit. Like there's probably like princes and kings and shit
So
still.
it's very charming.
But you're stuck like in this like dream, and the clock keeps striking, and you're trying to figure out like you have to prevent people from dying because like you see time ahead of time or whatever.
Oh my
and
God.
your decisions on who you let live and if you get to them in time and stuff dictates how the game plays out. And then how the game plays out, you can play it. I think it's like, of course this is PS2, so it's probably like
Yeah.
4 different ways maybe.
We have to get this.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm looking for it.
Yeah.
If anyone finds it, let me know and I will gladly
Let
give some
us
money
know
for it.
in the comments for this game.
Because
I'm
I've
trying.
only beat it 2 of the ways. But I believe there's 3 or 4 different ways. So
Jesus.
but highly recommend that game as well. Firewatch though, it's a great story. Like it starts off where you're basically literally reading a story, but you're picking what your character does in his life situations, even though you're reading about it. And you really don't even realize that at first. Like you kind of think that you're just reading along, and then we made a few wrong decisions, and now we're left with our wife having dementia and not knowing who we are.
I showed my true colors.
Yeah.
In that decision making, and I'm not proud of it.
Hey, that's another great thing about those games is they kind of let you know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you have to look in the mirror, you know? What else you got?
Well, I have one more, but Tyus hasn't let out another one. Do you have any?
I'll spew out another one that is probably well known, but then again, I don't really know if it's largely played, but it's Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. It's a spinoff from the Borderlands series. I don't really know if too many people play
Shout out
Borderlands games like that, but they're the greatest games if you like looter shooters.
Yeah.
But Tiny Tina is kind of like a spinoff. It's like a play on Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm not even a fan of that shit, but it's pretty cool, and that's a pretty good game on humor too. They had like a Karen segment on a side mission that I thought was fucking hilarious.
That's great.
I had to collect something and bring it back to somebody, and I got the last of it. I think it was like tomatoes or something, and then this snake or whatever, and it says Karen above her fucking head, and she's like, I need like 2 tomatoes right now, and then the clerk's like, I'm sorry, I just sold them all, and then she starts to escalate, and like above her head, it's like a blue health bar, so you know that she's like friendly at the moment. But then she starts to escalate, and then she turns red, and you have to kick her ass. But it's just funny as fuck.
Oh man, see, that's why real Karens need health bars. That right there, so you can tell when they're about to go irate. Oh man, yeah, that's good right there.
There's a lot of shit in that game that made me actually like laugh, and I don't really laugh too much at like game scripts. Like it's got to be some real good shit, and Borderlands always makes me laugh no matter what. But I think people should try out Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Borderlands probably does it best as far as comedy in a game, I would say.
Oh yeah,
because most other games like they try
it's
and
so
it's
hacky.
Yeah, it's kind of lame or
You wanna
almost
know-
like douchey.
You want to know why Borderlands is good with the humor? Because it's self-aware.
Oh yeah.
They know going into it, this is a corny ass bullshit game. We're here for the loot and the shooting. So what we're gonna do is the most over the top stupid humor, like making fun of ourselves in this game. So like when you're shooting, like the remember that one challenge from the third one when you have to kill the guy that's trying to commit suicide?
Oh yeah.
That's one of the funniest things. Like, come on, please, I just want to die. I'm gonna go kill myself. And then you can choose whether you kill him or tell him to go kill himself.
Yeah.
Like, my God.
That shit's great.
Yeah. Oh God, what a great
bunch
game!
of senseless missions, but you'll
Yeah.
have fun doing them.
Oh yeah, that's the point. Like, if you're not having fun at a video game or anything, why are you doing it? Like, I don't get that sentiment.
No.
People will watch a movie or a TV show forever and be like, yeah, I'm just not really into it, but I want to see how it ends. If I'm not into it, I don't give a shit how the story wraps up. Like, for me,
They try to play it for the bragging right. Oh, I beat this.
yeah, that's
This
what
was-
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the Elden Ring shit for
Yeah,
most
any
people.
of like the Souls series, that's how I feel. Like I feel like most people play through them so they can brag about beating them.
Cuphead is another
Yeah.
one. Yeah, any game that's like known for it being very hard. Like, remember Super Meat Boy, where you were that
Oh,
little
yeah, yeah.
meatball, and it was like one of the hardest games of all time.
No.
Everyone would be like, "Oh, I beat it," and it's like, okay, you didn't get out of the house. Why are you bragging?
Right.
Especially about a game
I'm
that's
just saying,
only
if
on
you
the internet.
notice anyone that talks about anything Dark Souls, they never talk about how fun it was.
No, they're just, I
They're
beat
just
it.
like, I beat it, and it's like a token for them, and and it's like, okay.
seen Adam
but I want to
Cole.
enjoy what I'm playing.
Yeah,
I seen Adam Cole stream that shit, and it did not look fun at all. Like,
no,
dude was struggling.
like they couldn't tell you about the story or anything. They're just like, "Oh yeah, I beat it," and they're like, "But you didn't soak it in though. So what's the fucking point?" But I'll end this on a good game because I don't know where we're at. So, but I got one more, and if you haven't played it, don't tell your moms because it's Don't Break the Ice. Okay, and Don't Break the Ice is one of the most underrated fun games of all time.
The board game? Don't
Hell
break it?
yeah, I'm talking about the board game. You set up a fucking four pillar thing. It's like a table. You fill in the ice cubes. You put this
Yeah.
little bear on top, and then one by
Just
one,
you and your family sitting around.
and like that one last what is it? It's not a bear, right? Is it a bear?
Yeah, I believe so. There's like a bear on top. You're
think
trying
it
to
was.
not fall.
Okay,
through.
yeah.
I had it, but I
A bear on
probably opened
skis
it like
or
3
something?
times.
It is a bear on skis.
Yeah,
Okay, there we
something
go.
like that.
When you hit the last thing with the hammer, you don't know where it's going. If it's like above, you're like, oh, I can hit this one right here, the one behind it. It's not going to matter. And then you hitting the one that's 2 spaces back knocks down the entire fucking thing.
Fucks it up forever. But that poor bear.
Yeah, I know.
Going
He gets
straight
fucked up.
through.
No one respects the bear at all.
Got to preserve the bears.
Also, Trouble. That's a good game.
Okay,
You
yeah.
know?
I love
Because I feel
Trouble.
like people don't play board games anymore. Stratego. Go play Stratego. Like,
Yeah, you and one friend go play Stratego.
okay, you did kind of get me there. It is, it's very niche.
No,
But
I
still.
love Stratego, but it's just a two.
I mean, it's the same with Battleship. If you could play Battleship, you could play Stratego.
Yeah, it's the same concept. For the
Yeah,
most
it's just
part.
not water.
Yeah.
It's just people on grass.
Connect 4 though.
My man, bring it up.
Yes, sir.
There we go. Blake, hit me. He doesn't like Connect 4.
It's all right.
Yeah.
I'm not great at it.
Well, I mean, can you be great at Connect 4?
I used to be.
I'm great at categories.
That's entirely different. That's writing down.
Entirely different.
Yeah.
But I'm good with words.
Now imagine if you were like, "Oh, I'm great at Guess Who." That's when I'm like, "Okay, dude, throw it the fuck away."
yeah.
If you're good at Guess Who, you've played it too
That's
many
a guy
times.
that is
Yeah.
way too competitive. If you've reached a point where you're
Yeah.
bragging about Guess Who, there's a serious problem going
no
on.
hair, Zach. You're like, okay, that's not fun anymore. So,
I fuck with you don't fuck with Guess Who though? You don't like guessing?
I don't know. I love the game,
What about
but I can't
gestures?
stand gestures. I don't know
Yeah.
what that is. What's You mean gestures? Like,
No, I thought it was gestures. It's like charades, but it's like an actual board game. But you have to like a person has to act out, and then everyone else has to guess the person that's
I don't know.
doing it up there.
I assumed that as a kid, I must have been too much of a performer because every time that game was around, I was always the one that wasn't allowed to play. Dad and mom would always be like, no, you'll show off. And I'm like, isn't that the point of charades? And fucking whatever this game is? Like,
just trying to keep the thumb down. on
yeah,
you,
I know. You fucking priests. Dad's going to hate that.
Oppression.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be writing in about this.
Yeah.
Who
I'm
texted?
not a priest. I'm not a goddamn priest. You can call me a lot of things, Austin, but I'm not a priest.
Well, we said it on Vast Difference, so you are now.
Yeah. And you can't change it.
Well, should we just wrap it up?
Yeah, wrap her up. Put a condom on her.
These, I guess let's just break the fourth wall a little bit here. Let's just be a little bit honest. Obviously,
down.
like we said in the beginning, we did have an episode planned, and we had 15 minutes. Like we got about somewhere in that vicinity.
Yeah.
Recorded, and then the camera messed up, so then we had to restart, and so we had to come up with something on the fly. So we plan on doing these type of like topic-based episodes
Yes.
regularly. Going back to like 2 episodes a week is where we want to get back to. And they will be better than this, more structured, to where we know a little bit more of what's going on. But this was like very last minute. So if you did watch this and you listened and all that good stuff, I do appreciate it. This was probably a little bit slow, especially for what we're used to on Vast Difference.
You fat bastard. Just to throw one in there as an insult.
Well, I'm not going to sit here. No. But yeah, they will be more exciting than this one moving forward. So I just wanted to throw that out there to where people aren't like, yeah, I'm never watching those. Like, might as well just get it out of the way now.
Yeah.
They will be better.
We're going to have the debate, as weekly, and then we're going to have one of these weekly. Just so you get a fresh taste of us. Tyus gets more input.
As always, put in the comments of what you would like to see us debate and talk about and all that stuff. Like, if there's stuff that you want to hear us 3 talk about, I'll do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be stuff that we actually know and are interested in.
I'll talk about abortion. I'll talk about sex trafficking. I'll talk about all that stuff. I don't know anything about it. Those are a few of his favorite
things.
But, I'll talk about it.
All right. Well, goodbye, everybody.
And remember...